Snuggle up and let me read you a little something. Grab a seat, a bite to eat, and settle right in. For hugs, snuggles, stories, and more, and so many sweet things in store. Welcome to Afternoons with Mimi.
Stop, Zee! Stop it! You're not supposed to do that. Look, you made a mess. That's rude. Ugh, now I have to clean up all these crackers. I don't know why you have to be here anyway. This is supposed to be special time for Mimi and me, not you.
What's that you're saying, sweetie? Oh, and what are you doing on the floor?
I was picking up the crackers Baby Zee threw on the floor. And there he goes again! More crackers! Mimi, make him stop.
I'll just move these crackers out of the way. Zee, you are clearly done eating. You know, kiddo, this is just what babies do. We just have to have some understanding. Zee is still pretty new to this world, and he's still learning about being a person.
Well, I don't know why he has to be here today. He's ruining our afternoon together.
I know. This is usually our special time together. But when your Ima asked if Baby Zee could come too, just for today, I couldn't say no. That's where the understanding comes in.
Mimi, he's throwing even more things now. Take him to timeout. You're not supposed to do that.
Come here, you little troublemaker. Now, that was on me. I should have known he could reach those spoons.
He needs a consequence, Mimi.
Well, I know it's hard for you to understand, kiddo, but Baby Zee really is too little to know what he's doing is wrong just yet. He does, however, need a nap.
That's not fair. I would definitely get a timeout if I throw all my food on the floor. How come he's not?
You just hang on 1 second, then we can talk about it. Well, that didn't take very long. Now, here we go.
Why do you have that? That big plasticky book.
The photo album? You'll find out in a few minutes. But first, have some rugelach. And now, snuggle up and let me tell you a little something. Once, a poor man was very hungry, so he stole a loaf of bread. Of course, stealing is wrong, so when he was caught, he was taken to the king. "You'll have to be punished," said the king. The man thought. "Okay," he said. "I understand that, Your Majesty. But first, I want to tell you a little secret." "Ooh," the king said. "I love secrets."
Me too. I hope it's a magic secret.
"I have here a magic pomegranate seed," the man said. "And if I plant it right now in your garden, it will grow into a big tree overnight, loaded with fruit." The king loved pomegranates, and he could never get enough, so he thought this sounded pretty great. Off they went to the garden, along with a couple of the king's friends. They dug a little hole in the dirt, and the man got ready to drop the seed in. But then he stopped. He looked at the other men. "I forgot one thing," he said. "Remember that this is a magic seed? Well, in order for it to sprout, it has to be put in the ground by someone who has never stolen anything. Obviously, that's not me, as we all know, so you'll have to do it." He handed the seed to the king's best friend, Robert. Robert looked down at the seed in his hand. I have a secret to tell also," he said. "I can't plant this seed. I'm always handling big amounts of money at my job. What if one time I made a mistake and paid someone too little? That would be stealing their wages. Someone else will have to plant this." He handed the seed to the king's other friend, Warren. Warren's face turned red.
Uh-oh. This isn't going to be good.
I'm sorry, Warren said uncomfortably. "I can't plant this either. The other day, when I was shopping at the food market, I accidentally walked away without paying for a melon, but I was in a hurry, so I didn't go back to make my mistake right." "No worries," said the man. "I know someone who can plant the seed for us, surely." They all looked at the king. The king looked at the ground. "Actually, I can't," he said. "What?" Robert and Warren gasped. "Not you too?" "Yes," the king said. "Me too. Once, when I was little, I loved a necklace of my mother's so much that I took it from her jewelry box. I never gave it back. Actually, I'm wearing it right now." He pulled a string of blue beads from under his shirt collar. "So I've stolen something too." The man smiled. "None of us can plant this seed. All of us have stolen something. I was hungry, so I took the bread. Stealing is wrong, but I am asking for your understanding." "You have it," said the king. "I forgive you. You will not be punished. Instead, let's go to the kitchen. Maybe we can find a pomegranate in there for us to share." The end.
That was a good story, Mimi. But I still don't get why you brought out the photo album.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Hey, it's me as a baby. There's me coming home from the hospital. There's me crawling. There's me... Wait a minute.
Ah, yes, that famous picture. Tell me what's happening.
I'm in a high chair. That looks like our old house. And there's food smeared all over my face.
And your bib, and the high chair tray. And what's on the floor?
Uh-oh. An upside-down bowl and a lot of... Is that oatmeal?
It sure is. You used to take handfuls of oatmeal, handfuls, and fling them off your tray, splat, onto the floor. Then you'd follow it up by throwing the bowl down, too.
What? I didn't know I did that. I've made an even bigger mess than Baby Zee.
You did. But you were a baby, just like Baby Zee is now. And that's what babies do. So we try to extend you a little understanding.
Just like the king did with the man in the story. He was going to punish the poor man for stealing, and then he realized that he'd done the same thing.
That's right. And the poor man helped the king realize that. Perhaps like Baby Zee has taught you.
Let's not go too far, Mimi. I'm still Big Brother. I'm the one that does the teaching.
There's Ima. Now, what are you going to do tonight if, or I guess I should say when, Baby Zee throws food on the floor?
I'm going to be like the king. I'll say, "You think that's a mess? You should have seen some of the messes I used to make."
That's right. And maybe you'll find a cookie to share, if there aren't any pomegranates around.